Welcome everyone to the One Humanity Institute event during the MLK Convergence. We have a dream, a city of hope. I'm Dot Maver with Global Silent Minute, and it is a joy to introduce this event as the core team of the One Humanity Institute is live streaming from the Peace Lab in the House of Hope in Oswiecim, Auschwitz, Poland. Like MLK, this team has a dream, and they are creating a city of hope, an emerging innovation city, a solutionarium with the intention of transforming the history and the horror of the worst human behavior to the realization of one human family and being the best we can be. Today, you will meet the team members and prepare to become inspired by the City of Hope dream and discover ways that you too can participate, both in Poland and locally where you are living. Since first hearing about this initiative from co-founders Domin and Nina, my heart has been drawn to the profound potential of healing this global trauma and the vision of transforming a dark place on the planet to a place of light. Recognizing what took place, honoring the healing process, and moving from darkness to light as we learn to live together in right relationship with self, others, and all of life, the very definition of peace. So enjoy this hour with a team of dedicated co-workers who are making a difference on behalf of the common good. And now let's watch this video. Imagine City of Hope.
Imagine that there is an end to terror, suffering, trauma. Imagine there is a place unlike any other that is dedicating its total existence to this cause as the answer to one of the world's darkest moments in history. Placed close to Auschwitz, the City of Hope, or One Humanity, focusing on collaboration, equality, responsibility, creativity, and innovation to spread love and all our mutual caring. A city, a sanctuary, a response. To act towards a world of peace using sustainable, mutual, experiential paths for seeing the change. Imagine, this place already exists. With a team of people just like you that believe in this vision of a world of peace. Let's pursue this world together.
Hi, and welcome. My name is Sue Steinberg, and it takes visionaries and dreamers to change the world. I've had the honor to meet and interview over 100 Holocaust survivors and rescuers for Steven Spielberg's Shoah Foundation since it started almost 30 years ago. And it was amazing hearing firsthand what can happen when humans lose their humanity, their empathy, and their love of their fellow man. But their stories of resilience, determination, loss, love, and hope are inspiring. We need to listen and learn from eyewitnesses to history so that we don't repeat the same mistakes. That's why I became involved with the One Humanity Institute, because I believe in the work that they're doing that we're doing together and creating a future of hope. On Monday, January 16th, we honor one of history's great visionaries, Dr. Martin Luther King, a man who gave his life believing that people of all races and religions would all get along someday. How can we act on that vision today in 2023? Celebrating the 60th anniversary of Dr. King's I Have a Dream speech, 60 years. It all starts with a dream, a vision for peace, but then it takes action and a commitment to making those changes we want to see happen in the world, moving from hate to hope. We have visionaries with us today who do imagine a better world, one of peace and humanity working together. Today, they'll share how they're creating global action behind their inspiring words. They started by creating a house of hope with visions of a city of hope and a dream of peace and hope throughout the world. It's now my honor to introduce Dr. Nina Mehrhoff and Don Kosovar, two visionaries behind the One Humanity Institute.
Thank you. Thank you, Sue. I appreciate it. Free at last. Free from what? And what does freedom really look like? As we know, every individual has the right to be their own person, the right to life, the most important right of all, over all other rights, as the UN Declaration of the Universal Human Rights says. Yet governments by the people, for the people, of the people are truly suffering. But yet we know that with every right comes responsibility. We are each a member of one humanity, one human family, and thus to be responsible means to offer all people this right to life. This right when we are born into the world and must be respected by others. Now, here we stand adjacent to Auschwitz, a place of horror, a place where humanity has destroyed humanity. This atrocity is a terrible reminder of what we must learn. This atrocity must never, never happen again. And yet today, we stand here with Ukrainians who are living in the House of Hope here in Auschwitz. We stand for their freedom, but we stand for all people's freedom, free at last. So we must no longer see ourselves as separate. Slowly and steadily, we must experience our oneness. Humanity is to thrive and flourish, must take this right and live this responsibility. Free at last. Remember Martin Luther King, a universal dream that will come true, but only if we accept this responsibility and move into action. One Humanity Institute is committed to creating a city of hope. And the Bakery Project, which already exists in Poland as its prototype, is now offering living spaces to Ukrainians, as well as having a peace lab filled with computers dedicated to the communication of bringing peoples of the world together. One Humanity Institute's mission is to sustain a world that embodies the universal values of peace, tolerance, dignity, freedom, and the equity for all of life. So we advance towards human flourishing. We are part of a growing worldwide effort that advocates for global consciousness. We will support the efforts that honor the sacredness of all of life, and we stand here in asking for human cooperation, moving into our responsibility so we can say, free at last. Thank you. And now I'd like to introduce, or maybe Sue, you'd like to introduce?
Doman and oh, Eureka, yes, you're both there. Please, you are both visionaries, and Doman, I know you have a lot to contribute and say.
Thank you, Sue. I am with your words. And just one side of it to add, that really on this year's journey, a lot happened and a lot I seen. But from very beginning, my dream, but not even a dream, my firm belief is that humanity is very near to ability to step over above the roles which keep us in being in hate, in discrimination, in separation, and so on. That the heart of humanity is being in process and born. And for sure, I must say, it doesn't look like it, but I do sincerely feel and know that inside is the truth, that in years in front of us, we'll be able to stand above the stories in which we are pulled as personalities. And of course, one so hot, so next to us is another one, which is pulling us in stories that someone is hurting the other one. And out of that, everyone is hurt. And out of that, a lot of gaps of fears, hate, non-understanding are staying there. And to be concrete, what we've seen from very beginning in a work around Auschwitz, and still every day meeting people, that what happened 70, 75 years ago, it still remains even in second, third, first, I don't know, the next generation, like gaps of separation because of such abrupt ending of lives and changing in directions of life. And this I see as the biggest challenge, how someone who has that in the family can liberate that and can look at the past and those feelings a bit from a distance, and it's not pulled into keeping that in thinking who did what to whom, which is a very most natural thing. And when seeing, of course, with the Auschwitz, with such high numbers and such intent of really eradicating one nation and hurting so many others, we do see a giant potential of everyone who is able to go a step further, that out of that creativity, initiatives, the positive imagination and hope can be born. Because without that, there's no space for hope. And many survivors and examples did a giant work into it, but so many more kept it hidden for years because they could never look into it, even now, 17 years after. And my prayers and my thought now is how to be support in this. And I'm not just talking about the Jewish community, I'm talking of all the participants, because when there is pain, no one is out of it. From anywhere you're participating in something in the war, and it's now happening, the pain goes in all the families, in all directions, and the reasons how to hold to something negative are there, and the bubbles of this crystallized emotions are there. So that's why we're here. And yes, thank you, Sue, and everyone else. Amen.
I was muted. I believe, Brian, you have, thank you. You and your wife have made an amazing journey from the beautiful city of Ojai, California. I know it well, it's beautiful, but you made a real commitment, and that's such a rarity. And thank you for doing what both of you have done. Can you tell us about that, please?
Thank you. Thank you all. It's such an honor to be with you and everyone that's watching this today. So, yes, Dr. Martin Luther King was one of those heroes in my life when I was seeking men of peace as I was growing up. And the message of his I Have a Dream speech just really opened my heart that we're one humanity, we're all one people. And so from that message, and then to end it with free at last, free at last, this has been a call to me personally to break free from any conditioning that is holding me back from feeling free. And so I freely chose, when I heard about the One Humanity Institute, to just say yes. And so that yes brought my beloved wife, Lisa, who you'll hear from later, to Poland and support. So here's a little story that I'm going to share in a PowerPoint presentation. So Becky, when you're ready, if you could pull up the first slide. So Lisa and I were working in the Peace Lab, and one day we get the news that there's going to be 800 teddy bears coming from the United States. And we were going to be part of a program where the teddy bears would be delivered to orphanages in the Ukraine. And so we went right to work. And the idea here of kids caring for kids, we wanted to have the kids in the school, the kids that have helped out in the House of Hope to participate. Next slide, please. So Nina has fostered so much care and comfort with her teddy bear projects. When the war broke out, Nina and Christine, they went to the border with teddy bears, and you can see how comforting these children are. So now we have 800 more bears coming, and we're going to distribute them before Christmas time to give comfort. Next slide, please. So the other project that this included was that the House of Hope and the Peace Lab really needed some funding for the increase of heat. The costs of heating in Europe because of the war, it went at least threefold, maybe fourfold. And so you see the children there in the Peace Lab, and you see the other students that are in a Polish learning class in the Peace Lab. Everybody's bundled up. So we needed to generate funds for heating. So if we can see the next slide. Lisa and I designed this little card design and printed off 800 of these, and they were cut up and punched and ribboned, and they went into the classroom where the students decorated them. Can we see the next slide, please? So these kids were so amazing. They are so inspired, like that they could care. They could do something for children who were less fortunate than themselves. So let's see the next slide, please. Here are some of the cards that they decorated. They had greetings in Ukrainian, in Polish, in English, and these cute designs. I mean, just looking at them, you really can see the heart that these youth put in, that they were caring for these children without even knowing them. Okay, next slide, please. And so here's how the bears would arrive. They would arrive with these little cards greetings from the children attached. Next slide, please. And now they're wrapping the bears with the cards and putting them in gift packaging. And then, next slide, please. So once they're all decorated, they get boxed up, and then they were shipped up to Warsaw. And in Warsaw, the Rotary Club of Warsaw delivered them to the 30 orphanages. So let's see the next slide, please. So we give great thanks, not just to the Rotary Club for delivering, but they did make that happen. And I want to thank everybody who actually contributed. And if you see the website at the bottom there, One Humanity Institute/teddy bears, you can see if you would like to contribute to this project, because it'll be an ongoing project. We'll be contributing continually for this. Okay, so if you could bring up the little video of the delivery. We had this surprise. It was so heartful. We got an email saying that I'm at one of the orphanages and I found these 2 boxes filled with teddy bears. And I was asked by the Rotary if I could help deliver them. So could you show that, please? So we thank Brett and Bonnie Hilton. They were the ones that made these recordings.
Okay, this is
for us.
Brett Hilton, and I thought I should record what happened at the orphanage when we saw the Rotary goods and the teddy bears. And lo and behold, we saw a truck there, and they started carrying goods out. And so without questioning, we just jumped in.
With the Rotary Poland right here. Where are you guys from again?
No,
And we got a truck out here.
no, understand.
We got Ukrainian, Polish, English. And here's our truck, bringing all the loot in.
And then there were 2 boxes of these teddy bears. And so once we got done, and the people there were from Rotary, they had a Rotary Poland. I'd never seen them, never met them, but you know, when you're helping, everybody's smiling, and it was just good fun. Took some pictures in the foyer, and then they said, do you want to meet some of the kids and give out some of the teddy bears? I reached into one of the boxes and I took a picture so I could remember of the label that was on the teddy bears, and then later I looked up who the organization was, and that's how I got and I just sent an email to contact us, not knowing who to contact, but I thought I was in a unique position to see the bears and then seeing them being handed out to these orphan kids.
Dziękujemy.
Дякую.
Солідки, папа.
Приходіть до нас, приїжджайте. Насправді, часто Миколай мені
10 cute kids. These kids are so cute.
Дівчатка, тут 3 дітки. Давайте я.
А що ти є? Песик чи ружай?
Що ти маєш?
Що краще?
Маю.
Штукарка? А що ти маєш? Штукарка.
Ну йди іграшку
Ні,
візьми.
штукарка. Ні, ти береш?
Я бачу.
So that's my story, and thank you. The date, or let's see, I'm in Utah, and today is the 23rd. Mountain time, it's about 9:30 in the morning. And we sure miss not being in Lviv. I appreciate all the help that everybody gave.
Thank you all. What a touching project, and we're so happy that we were able to deliver these with the help of the Rotary as Christmas gifts for these children. Okay, back to you, Sue.
Oh, thank you for sharing that. Really proves we really are a global society. Somebody from Utah sees something in, across the world who delivers, but that's what it's about. There's so much that binds us that really brings us together. And as wonderful a project and as simple a thing as a teddy bear and a child, we are a global society, but it takes a lot of people, and it's like a big puzzle. It takes many pieces. And the next person that I want to introduce is an amazingly talented and committed integral part of the One Humanity Institute. Kashi helped make a vision a reality, and she helped to create the House of Hope. Plus, she has a really cute dog. And if you love dogs, you're #1 in my book. So, sorry, I had to throw that in there. Kashi is a wonderful architect, but she's also been a link with the community and with One Humanity Institute. So what is happening and what is going on there now at the House of Hope?
Hello. As part of our organization, we have created a place of a multifunctional community directing its activities towards helping against the background of international events related to the war in Ukraine. We have created the House of Hope, which is a home for many families of Ukrainian refugees and a place for meetings, help, and activities. 7 families form a wonderful community with us, close, nice, and loving, taking care of each other together, the conditions in which they live and time allow them to start living in new realities. Cooking together, taking care of children, spending time, free time, and supporting them in difficult times strengthens them all and give us an incredible sense of happiness. We also support through education. Created in the House of Hope, Peace Lab offers Polish and other teaching lessons, also through play. Our goal is to further develop this place with the expansion of the support of teaching offer. We help with the intention of the biggest good for humanity, setting and living example. We have the first success of the return of family home in Ukraine, mother with 2 children, after more than 6 months on living in our home. It's always touching me at this moment. So, yes. They back for Christmas 1 week ago. It's a great joy, but in the same time, it's some kind of sadness because our hurts yen. Yes. But this is very beautiful part of it, showing our big relationships. Thank you, everyone.
Thank you.
Thank you for helping.
I see you're there in the Peace Lab.
I am very much involved in it, so
yes,
it's really incredible.
Well, thank you for all that you do, and you help facilitate and make it a reality, from your thoughts and your heart, and thank you for everything that you're doing. Again, it takes visionaries, and I know that there's so many plans for the future. There's a lot going on right now, but there are a lot of fascinating, interesting, and just amazing plans for the future. And I know that Domen has, a bigger vision He and Nina really created the One Humanity Institute. Doman, what's on the horizon?
Maybe I would invite Sue, if I can jump in, if Collins can share, because it's more connected directly with Peace Lab, and I will follow. Yes, if I can.
Okay, well, welcome, Collins.
Just someone unmute Collins. Collins,
Yeah,
unmute.
I think I'm on mute, yeah. Oh, thank you very much, Domen, for inviting me to just talk briefly. I think I will start with this quotation from Martin Luther King. You know, he made this on 25th of March, 1965. He said, "We must come to see that at the end, what we seek is a society at peace with itself, a society that can live with its conscience." So the question we ask ourselves is, how can we have a society that can live at peace? What can we do as one humanity to make this a reality? You know, in the summer of 2019, I was in Slovenia, you know, every day discussing with Domen and Nina on this project. I feel elated that, you know, what was then just a dream, you know, is today a reality. At least we have the House of Hope. And from the House of Hope, we're going to move to the City of Hope. It's one step at a time. It's not something we'll accomplish just overnight, but it's something everybody contributes their own quarter. Little by little, everybody, it's been an amazing journey. You know, lots of people coming together, you know, to make this reality. And this is just only the beginning. What we're doing today is just the beginning. That takes us to the Peace Lab. What is the concept of the Peace Lab? It is a collaborative space. It's a space from which we can reach out to the whole world. You know, just like Martin Luther King said, you know, we seek a society at peace with itself, a society that can live with its consciousness. How can we pass this message? Martin Luther King also said, darkness cannot drive out darkness. Only light can do that. Hate cannot drive out hate. Only love can do that. But this cannot act in a vacuum. It needs instrument. It needs people. It needs resources to make it happen. We are the people of the world are the resources we need. From the Peace Lab, we hope to reach out to people all over the world. We're going to offer this message of love, the message that only love can drive out hateness. Only light can drive out darkness. So from the Peace Lab, we're going to have a series of, you know, training workshop, all towards building this dream of having a society that is at peace with itself. When a society is at peace with itself, there's innovation, there is peace, there's happiness. So the Peace Lab is a physical space from which we can reach out to people all over the world. We seek various collaborations from people from all over the world who, from this hub, were able to reach out. So it is a physical space, it is a hub. It is a place where we hope, with the support of people, to have the best of technology, from which we can actually reach out to different parts of the world and actually have in-person training. So we can come in and have in-person training. And the whole essence is that we want to build a city of hope. We want to build a people that can push out darkness with light. People that will push out hate with love. It's just in a nutshell what we want to do. The Peace Lab is it's a vehicle for us to achieve this vision. Thank you.
Thank you, Collins. Sue, should I just say? Thank you for your beautiful and very actual words. And One Humanity Institute was very much focused into presence and the future. But I would say last week's really in my heart is I will share one story to really get the big vision from the very beginning and all the time present so that you can understand. Yes, we confirm now a bit expanded version of One Humanity Bakery. We confirm one more house, the gardens coming together. So really the real one quarter, the whole quarters are now for us to dream and make real around the House of Hope. And of course, the big vision next to Auschwitz. But what the biggest power is there to be unleashed, but of course the hardest is. Recently, I met a lady, an elderly lady, strong as hell, but 80 years old. And her family is coming from Poland. She's a Jewish lady living in Israel. And her story was that she survived because her father organized that she, as a baby, was smuggled out of ghetto. And she was smuggled to a Polish family, which was taking care for her during the war. And her mother was killed in Auschwitz. And immediately, or after the war, the father married another woman, which became her mother. And that woman lost a child in Auschwitz. So the combination of fates coming together. But when I was speaking with the lady, she said, until 10 years ago, I could not even say one word about anything connected with that. And she has beautiful family, beautiful children, all together. And what she said, my father never could even share one word about my mother. And the mother, which was not which was not the mother, became a mother. So it was never a question. It was not hidden, but the pain that is there behind that he could not whole life share not even one word about the mother, how she looked, whatever, nothing. And she could not never share to her children that the mother, that they think that his grandmother is not originally the grandmother until she died. And the children were angry, why didn't she share before? And I totally understand. I was crying there because there's so much pain still today because of what happened there in that most famous, most sacred of the unsacred places. And seeing that and feeling that, and with years being next to that, this is what pushed me, pulled me in, because I see how much we are trapped in the past. We cannot get over of small fights in one day. How couldn't people with such experiences could go over a day? But when we can, it's the win for whole humanity. And now you can imagine the millions of souls that were separated, parted, and those who survived and carried forward. And not only on one side, it's not only on the Jewish side, it's on the German side, it's on the Polish side. Of course, if we're talking now only about this particular place, and there are so many others. I was now recently in Japan and speaking about very similar project in Hiroshima, and we were crying together when we were thinking the same stories in this. And this is my dream. And think how to make a space that would give power and ability that we can go over there, that we could feel safe, that we would feel that out without going in the shit too much, but that we would liberate that for the sake of what can then comes after that. And that's my dream. And that's the big vision. And the space is there. And I'm really encouraging all of us, because our daily wins are those who can help those who have such a bigger wins to win. but such bigger gifts also to give to humanity. Thank you. And I know Lisa and Lisa's work is very much in the deep listening and so on, so I thought that's more appropriate. So sorry, Sue, so I can be now silent.
Hi, Lisa, and welcome. Again, the commitment that you and Brian have made, you know, it's amazing. To pick up your life to go and help others. That's a rare quality, what you are doing, but it is so greatly appreciated. Just wondering, you have, I'm sure, your own ideas and inspirations for the City of Hope. Can you share some of that?
Yeah, first, really my warm welcome to everyone who joins here in the spirit of one humanity, because that's what inspires me, and what inspires me in the City of Hope, the House of Hope, because the deep knowing we are all interconnected. We are essentially one human family. So free at last, like Martin Luther King was saying, can one person be free if the rest is not free? So here in Auschwitz, where the worst behaviors of humankind happened, lays also the seed of hope that wants to spread out from here around the globe as a city of hope. Now, when I look at humanity, I think we are on the verge of leap of consciousness or distraction. Socially, we tried gun abolition. It didn't work. On the contrary, we have more and deadlier weapons than ever before. Or we created laws like the UN Charter that forbids aggressive wars and that no country can attack another country. That hasn't worked either. Since World War II, there have been many, many wars of aggression. So MFK's speech ending with the words "free at last" is not possible as long as we go into confrontation and continue the same pattern. You did this, you got this, that's why I have to kill you. So my hope really out of this killing dynamic and hope for really long-lasting past peace and true freedom is a shift in our understanding that we are one humanity. No one should be excluded from this human family. So I feel we need to remember that and what connects us as humans. So let's overcome the illusion of being separate, being a separate self. Let's work together, because that's what separates us are all our identifications and identifications, like I'm German or I'm this, I'm that, I'm better, I'm richer, I'm more advanced, and so forth. So then there is separation and clearly no peace. So let's build the bridges, and I am full-hearted in this One Humanity Institute, the Peace Lab, where people learn how to find and stay in inner peace, even in challenging situations. How can we live together with all the diversities? Because conflict, I'm saying conflict lives behind every door. So, but how we deal with it, that makes a big difference. And, you know, we are love. Like Dr. Collins said, love is stronger than hate. And MFK was saying, love is the only force capable of transforming an enemy into friend. So in this spirit, this is my inspiration, and let's do it all together. Thank you.
One humanity is a sense of freedom and joy and love in my heart, and knowing that we are one.
One humanity is the advancing of our youth into educational projects that will help make our world a better place.
It's like a bridge over troubled water of history.
The arc of light, love, and power for our evolving planet.
The opportunity to revision the way we see each other and are to each other. One Humanity lets us discover and rediscover the power of love and peace.
Positive playground, synchronization, collaboration, and hope.
Is unity in diversity. Mutual caring for all. Connection from our human community. And Ubuntu. I am because you are. I am because of you.
One Humanity in the flow of life is love in action.
Is a nursery for the cultivation of a garden of souls.
A group of people from all over the world, from different cultures, coming together, connecting, uniting to achieve something positive for the world.
It is an invitation for a very necessary human reconnection.
It's a platform for world peace. Let's join in solidarity and make the world a better place. Thank you.
We are here as a family, and One Humanity is just this feeling of being connected together.
Awake. The life of the earth is in your kind hands and compassionate heart. The earth is watching.
One Humanity is an opportunity to look beyond differences and to work together towards a future that is more just and peaceful.
It's a world where we interact with each other from our hearts.
Is built on the foundation that all life is sacred and that our highest human qualities will carry us towards the light of hope, healing, and peace.
One Humanity means the realization that in spite of all our amazing diversity we have, ultimately there is no other.
Is initiating the promises that lay within us.
Passion, excitement, and bright future.
Is a state of being, living, and acting. It's a conscious understanding that we are all connected and that we are all truly one.
Peaceful collaboration, efforts, and togetherness.
Is when the sacred is awakened and we feel the call for service.
It's a dream coming through, uniting us and leading us in a new future.
Is a consciousness awakening, an understanding that we are all connected and our future is indivisible.
To me, One Humanity is a peaceful world where all humans can live in harmony with each other regardless of their differences.
I'm experiencing the joy of evolutionary coherence, imagining people across the globe as they remember we are one humanity.
Joy. Being able to feel joy as children are feeling, should feel, in little, big, whatever things, daily joy. Let's remember humanity.
You know, it seems so simple, and it's just so bigger than all of us, but it's within all of us. Thank you. That's a wonderful video. You know, it's a dream and it's a vision, but visions and dreams take organization, commitment, action, and money. It does take money to make these things happen. And we have an amazing person who is committed to this and is helping to do this. Eureka, I know that, you know, you've been tirelessly working to help bring the One Humanity Institute to the next step. What's happening with fundraising?
You're jumping quite ahead. Fundraising is not a one-day thing, you know that. But I'm very happy to be with One Humanity. I'm convinced and I believe in it. And I'm doing my real best, believe me. So first of all, I'm part of this dream that everybody shared, made me join. That was the first step to join, to feel that things have to change, and that's the right time, that things need to change. So one thing, I actually had quite good news today. We are in the process of setting up a foundation One Humanity in Israel. And I think that's one of the places that should have such a branch office, let's call it. So we have now enough founding members on board, and some, you don't know so much about Israel, I mean, living there like I do. So we get a wonderful person with a lot of clout on board. It's a household name in Israel. So I think now we are ready to go. And money, that's just one more piece in this whole picture that was painted today. So I'm a little blot in one corner of the painting right now, which I hope that will spread and cover the whole canvas. So I'm with you all and wish all of us a lot of luck in what we try to achieve. That's it.
Well, it does take a village. It takes a global village, which is what we've become and hope to grow and become. And I know that, you know, everybody's working hard and we want more people to join in because it really is within all of us to make it a reality. If we have time, our two founding members, I would love to hear from Nina. Do you have some words for us?
Yeah, well, it's been a wonderful hour to be with everybody and to share. And this is part of our core team, but there are others that join us in this process that walk with us. And the vision, so that, you know, even in that video are the list of people that have been actively participating in our programs and wanting to give energy to make this a reality. And the vision is to create a physical form of what we believe so that when people see it and they walk by it or into it, they will know that there is a choice between what has been and what can be. And if they wish to be with us and to walk that path, they're more than invited, as you are. So let us together build the city of hope.
Thank you.
Welcome.
Doman?
Let's express gratitude for those who are here, Lisa and Brian jumping, and many others who jumped now in last year to make it real, that we can really help families from Ukraine, and all those who responded now in this last month and will respond, because really these crazy bills of electricity and so on. So it is very monthly challenges, but of course for a bigger dream, we have bigger steps, and you will for sure notice what's going to happen and where it's going to happen. But thank you for your support, and it is everything counts. And many are, Nina, thank you for reminding, many who are not here who helped a lot, and the years. And the good feeling is that we know that they're all there and waiting for their next role when it is time. And that is good. So we have a big family. And Collins, I'm really looking forward for seeing you there in Oshishim. I remember when you were first time walking here to the city of Celia. So and your expertise and knowledge and experience and so on really will make a big difference. Yeah. Dot, you are the winner.
Okay. Yes, thank you. And let's bring Nina back on also. I'm okay.
I hope there's Collins. That's not Nina.
How
Thank you, Doman, for the kind words.
Yes. So we can stay in gallery if you want, but Nina and Doman, please, because I'm sure hearts are being touched as mine is right now. And how can someone donate to this initiative and or find out more information, how they might get involved?
Thank you, Dot, for asking that. Please, people, go to www.onehumanity.institute. And there you will have information about the project for the Bears. You'll have information about the House of Hope. You'll have information about the big vision. And we invite you just to write us out and join us in this walk towards hope and really a city of hope. And as we close, I'd like to invite Becky in. Yes. Becky, where are you?
Here I am. Oh, blessings, joy, and love to everybody. I'm so just inspired by this incredible work, and to know the story and to understand the sacred yeses that each of you are expressing and living and giving is such an incredible inspiration. And this weekend, this has been this event that everyone is watching on our live stream. This has been part of the MLK Being Beloved Community Convergence that is just beginning right now and will go through Monday. And so some of you may watch our live stream wondering, what is this that you found? And we want to make sure that you know how to register and how to get involved and join us in other Zoom rooms throughout the weekend. And so we want you to go to compassiongames.org. And there you'll see Dr. King's face. You click on Dr. King and it'll take you to a schedule. You'll be able to see the schedule for the convergence that's happening. And so we invite you to register to attend. You'll get some emails with information about how you can watch our broadcast. So thank you all so much. Thank you for inviting me.
Thank you, Becky, for helping us as you always do. But I want to say for honoring us, for allowing us to be one of your premier programs and really being so supportive.
Oh, absolutely. It is an absolute honor and a privilege. And just what's so amazing is how the circles are widening as we're finding each other, our hearts are connecting, and how the light that each of you are carrying is lighting so many other lights. And so it's just, we're lighting up the planet with love in the name of peace that is coming. And so I just say, may peace prevail on earth. May peace be in our hearts. Aho.
Thank you. Goodbye, everybody.
Thank you, everyone.
Ciao.
Bye-bye.
Bye.